What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the Tanner Martin Outdoors YouTube channel. Now before we get started, if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell right next to the subscribe button. That way you get post notifications every single time we post a new video. That way you guys won't miss out on anything, any of the great videos that I got coming out in the future. You guys seem to enjoy the last video where we talked about my bow setup for 2020. So guys, for 2020, I'm going to be shooting the Hoyt Torex XT. So today I thought that I would talk to you guys about some of the gear that I use to film my hunts. Now before we get into the video, I want to let you guys know that I have just now released some new apparel over on my apparel shop, where you can head over to tannermartinoutdoors.com, click on the apparel tab. It'll take you right to the website where you can purchase some of the apparel. I added some new designs, some new TM designs, like this shirt right here. This was a limited edition shirt back in January for the Mexico trip, so this isn't available anymore, but some more TM designs I uploaded, and then there's a hunting design, a kind of cool hunting design. So you guys can check that out, pick up some apparel. I would really appreciate it. If you find something you like, pick it up, or pick up a couple articles to wear it around, send me pictures in it. It really helps support the channel, so I'd appreciate if you guys would check that out. So I want to make a video for you guys on exactly what equipment I use to film my hunts, my deer hunts in the fall. I've been using this setup for 2 years now. There is a better setup. There's better setups out there. There's probably lighter setups out there, but this is what's worked for me. So I just thought I'd talk about it for you guys that maybe want to start filming your hunts, or are just interested. So basically what I use is I use the 4th Arrow camera arms. I believe this is called the stiff arm. This arm's been out for, I don't know, 3-4 years now. Like I said, I've been using it for 2 years. But this is just a regular 4th Arrow stiff arm. It's not the lightest arm that they make. They make a carbon arm, which is really light, and I believe they have like a run and gun system now. Guys, I do want to mention that by no means am I sponsored by 4th Arrow. I just really like their products, and it works well for me. So I'm just showing you guys what works well for me. I'm not working with them or anything. They're not paying me to make this video, but I just want to show you guys what I like to use, and maybe it'll help you guys out in figuring out what you want to purchase to film your own hunts. But this is the one that I use, and it hasn't given me any problems, and I haven't been too annoyed on how heavy it is yet for me to go upgrade to the lighter options. So this is what I'm sticking with now. And then on top of here, you want to get yourself a good fluid head so that your video footage is real crispy and real smooth. 4th Arrow actually makes their own fluid head, but I just picked this one up off Amazon. I didn't really need anything fancy. I don't have like a big camera. I film with a DSLR. A lot of these guys film with these big, like $2,000 Canon or Sony cameras that are real big. You can zoom in really far without having to change lenses. So for that, you might want to upgrade your fluid head. But this is just a fluid head that I got off of Amazon, and I haven't had any problems with it, so I'm not complaining. So that's what I've been using. This one's made by Kingjoy. There's hundreds on there. Just look up DSLR fluid head on Amazon. Just search that up and you should be able to find one that'll meet your needs. So basically the way that the fluid head works is you have, the arm you can move around, but then the way you attach your camera to it is it has this little locking system. So what you do is you open this up, pull this out. This screws in to the adapter on the bottom of your camera. Then you just take it, slide it in, lock it in place, and it's not going anywhere. Camera sits right on there, and you can move it around with this arm right here. So that's the camera arm and the fluid head that I use. And the way that you attach it to the tree is with this thing right here. It's just a simple ratchet strap. This thing goes into the tree. These two on the top, this one on the bottom. You actually have like a little T-mount right here where you can hang stuff off of. You can hang like a grunt call, a rangefinder, binoculars, hang stuff right off there. But this goes right into the tree with the simple ratchet strap. This is not the ratchet strap that it came with. The ratchet strap that it came with, I had to cut. I got it stuck to the tree. I couldn't get the ratchet to come off, and I was like, screw it, I'll just cut it, and then rigged up this other ratchet strap, and it works. I mean, it's not the prettiest, but it works, so I'm not gonna complain. So like I said, you put this onto the tree, then you have what's called the shoulder here that just simply slides through those 2 slots. You lock it in with the mount on the bottom, and then you use this right here in these holes, and there's actually a level bubble right on top. You can level this out so that your arm will be perfectly level, whether this is on an angle or straight up and down, or maybe it's on like a 45. You put this in, and you can use this and that level ball to get it level. That way your camera arm is always level and it's not like off to the side or anything. So that's pretty sweet. Like I was mentioning, they did come out with some like run and gun, faster, lighter options. They actually came out with a system that has the tree mount and the shoulder in one. It's one contraption, so you have, instead of having 3 parts, the shoulder, the mount, and the arm, you just have the shoulder and the mount and then the arm. So I kind of been looking at that. They also have another option that still has the 3 parts, except the mount to the tree has 2 carabiners on it. So you just carabiner, and ratchet strap it. It's really fast. It's kind of similar to this. I mean, this works just fine, so I wouldn't necessarily go buy that the carabiner one, but I am thinking about getting the one that has these 2 built in together, because that's going to be pretty sweet, and you have 2 things instead of 3, so it's less you got to carry. And that's another thing that I want to talk about, is how I carry these. Basically, I just throw it in my backpack. I actually have a duck hunting backpack that I use for deer hunting, and on the side it has that pocket that kind of collapses. It's like a little bucket kind of, where you put your shotgun shells for duck hunting. I just take this and I put it down in that bucket, and then halfway up the backpack it has a strap. I'll just strap it in, clip it, cinch it tight. This doesn't go anywhere. These 2 are pretty small. Just put them down inside the big part of the backpack, and you're fine to head up the tree. So now I showed you what I use. I actually got a tree stand right here behind me, right behind my house. We're not too far. It's kind of cool that I get to do this. Behind my house I can hunt earlier than anywhere else because it's in an urban zone, or a reduction deer zone, so you get to hunt earlier. So our season actually comes in September 15th. So I got a tree stand right up here that I hunt behind the house here. It's kind of just like a funnel right here. We have a creek and houses, and then a big hill and houses, so they kind of just funnel the deer right through here. So this is a good stand location, and there's actually a big buck back here that I've been watching. I got a couple trail cams, or I got one trail cam set up, and I haven't got a picture of him yet. There's tons of does, but that's one thing about the reduction zone, is you have to shoot a doe before you can kill a buck. So that's kind of Indiana's way. Normally we only have 1 buck tag. You can use it in archery or firearm or muzzleloader season. You just get to pick when. I know states like Missouri, they have like a archery buck tag, a firearm buck tag, a late season archery buck tag, so you can kill multiple bucks. In Indiana, normally you can only kill 1 buck, but because of our reduction zone, if you kill a doe first in reduction, then you get a buck tag in reduction, and then you can also kill another buck with your archery, firearm, or muzzleloader tag. So as long as you're hunting in a reduction zone that's designated by the DNR, and you kill a doe first, you get 2 buck tags in Indiana, so that's pretty cool. So enough of the rambling, let's head up the tree. I'm gonna show you guys how quick and easy it is to set up the 4th arrow camera arm. Alright guys, so like I said, normally I put all this stuff in a backpack before I head up the tree, but I didn't bring a backpack this time, so I'm just gonna have to climb up, do one at a time. Make sure you always wear your safety harness. You don't want to die just messing with a camera arm, so make sure you always have your safety harness. So we're gonna climb up the tree here. I'm just gonna stick this in this pocket. Hopefully it doesn't fall out. Like I said, I normally wear a backpack. Normally have my backpack with me, but I don't. So we're just gonna do it this way. So let me climb up the tree. So like I said, make sure that you hook in. You don't want to be dying or anything. So first things first, obviously you can't set anything else up until you set up the base that everything hooks onto. So unravel it here. I always put the base on my right side because I'm right-handed, and the LCD screen flips out to the left. So it will be right next to you, closest to you. So I always put it on my right side. I put it about hip height when I'm sitting down. So what you can do is you can sit down like this, look around, figure out where on the tree is about hip height, and do it this way. So what I'll do is I'll take the loose side, the one without the ratchet. I'll just take the base here, set it on the seat, take the loose side without the ratchet, and get the end. I always go in between the ladder, because you don't want to go around the ladder. You want always on the tree, and I'll just feed it around the tree. Obviously, smaller the trees, the better. And then you're just going to want to hook it in here, pull it through, and then you always want to pull it tight before you start ratcheting. And a little tip here, as you can see, these can slide. So you always want to try and put them towards the top. If you put them towards the bottom, the top wants to tip out and you have all your weight at the top. So you want to put them towards the top so it cinches that in. So reach around here and get this tight. Figure out where you want it. Slide these up to the top. Like I said, you want it about hip height sitting down, which is about where that's at. Reach around, pull it tight, start ratcheting. Check it, make sure the top's gonna stay steady. Get it as tight as possible. So that's tight right there. Now, as you can see, because I put these two on the top, this isn't wanting to fly out, which is perfect. Like I said, you sit down, you want it about hip height. So that's perfect, it's steady. Now we're ready for the next step. All right, so we're back up in the tree. Like I said, next thing you want to do is set up the base here. So it has this little locking system. So you want to put it sideways so that it will slip through. And then when you get it through, you're going to loosen this up, turn this way, tighten it up, and that'll hold it in place steady. So stick it through, make sure it goes in, loosen that up, turn it sideways, and then tighten her up as tight as you can get it. That way she's not gonna kind of wiggle in there. If you want a little trick, wiggle it, and then you'll be able to tighten it a little more. That's pretty good. So like I said, you got this little tool here, and there's a little bubble right on top. There's like a little BB right in the center of the bubble, or right in the center, and then you can see the bubble off to the side. You can see we're way off level. So what we need to do is loosen this up, move it so that bubble is right over the BB. Towards you is loose, obviously. If it's on your right side, it's loose. So loosen it up so that you can move that around, and then you're gonna get the bubble right over the BB. And then I kind of just hand twist it to get it tight. And then snug it down. Throw this right on the other side. And as you can see, bubbles right over the BB, perfect. So then you're gonna grab your camera arm, take this, slide it in the hole, and then you're good to go. Like I said, then all you gotta do, take that off, screw that on the bottom of your camera, tighten it up, take this, slide it in, pop it in, lock it, and then you got a camera arm that's ready to do everything you need to do. You can film around behind you like this, film around behind you. You can pull around to the side, pull around in front of you. If you need to film over to your left side because it's on your right side, you can stand up and spin around and put the camera on between you and the tree. Get it over there on your deer on your left side. Have your bow, have your camera on between you and the tree over here, filming the deer over here. Get your bow, pull it back and shoot. If you need to film a deer behind you, like I said, you can pull this out. Right here we kind of have these split in the tree, so maybe the deer's in that crack right there. So get on him in between the two trees, then spin around over here, pull back, and shoot him this way. There's a lot of things and a lot of options, like I said, with the 4th arrow camera system that you can do.
real easy setup. Like I said, they even have lighter options if you want to spend more money. This one's kind of like the base setup here, and the cool thing about these mounts here is you can buy these mounts separate, by like a 4-pack. Maybe you have 5 trees you hunt, so you buy the arm, you get a mount, then you buy an extra 4-pack. You go up in 4 of your tree stands, you put the mount up in the tree stand and leave it there, and then all you have to bring to the stand is the shoulder and the camera arm. That's actually what I've done at our property. Is there's a few trees that I know I hunt often that have these just up in them, just sitting there waiting, and then all I need to do is carry the shoulder and the camera arm up there, put the shoulder in, just takes like 30 seconds, put the arm in, and you're good to go. And then I just keep one in my backpack in case I go to a stand that doesn't have one in. I can just throw the mount up on the tree really quick with the ratchet strap, put the shoulder in, put the arm in. We're ready to go and ready to hunt. All right guys, so that's about it for the video on the 4th Arrow camera arm system. Hopefully if you're out there, maybe you found this video looking for review videos on camera arm systems, because you're looking to purchase one for yourself or a friend or a family member, or maybe you just want to learn how people film their hunts. I highly recommend the 4th Arrow. Like I said in the beginning, in no way, shape, or form am I sponsored by 4th Arrow. Just really like the camera arm system. Good company, make good products, good quality products. Haven't had a single problem with them. I've been using them for 2 years. It's not like I just went out and bought this yesterday, set it up, oh that's pretty cool, make a video on it. In no way, shape, or form did I, like I said, I bought this for full price. They didn't give it to me. They're not paying me to make this video. I just think they're a really good company. Camera arm is legit, never had a problem with it, used it for 2 years. So guys, if you have any other ideas on videos you want to see for hunting, fishing, like I said, hunting season's coming up real soon. Fishing videos are still going to be coming out. There's still a lot of good fishing ahead of us. Fall fishing can be great, and it's one of the best in Indiana. So be on the lookout for more fishing videos. Like I said, if you want to see any more hunting videos, or you have any videos in general that you guys want to see, let me know down in the comments, and I'll be sure to get those up. I'll do just about anything. So whatever you guys want to see, let me know down in the comments. Like I said, if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hit the little post notification bell right next to it. That way you get notified whenever we post new videos. Check out the new apparel up on the website, TannerMartinOutdoors.com. Click the apparel tab, it'll take you right to it. And also, if you're not already, follow me on Instagram at TannerMOutdoors. I post a ton of stuff on there. You kind of keep up with behind the scenes a little bit on my Instagram, so check me out there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.